What is airtightness and why does it matter? If you're not in construction, you may well have never heard of airtight buildings. But the fact is that since 2006, every dwelling in the UK is required to have a test for uncontrolled air leakage. Yes, that's uncontrolled air leakage. That means if you have a fan in the bathroom, then obviously air will leak through that fan. That's okay because it's expected. But if the fan was poorly fitted, then air will leak around it, and that's not okay. Airtightness matters because the energy lost through air leaks in the average home is actually the equivalent of leaving a window wide open all winter long. It also matters because a new building can't be used until you pass the test. Every building has an individual pass mark which is part of their whole energy management calculation. The absolute worst allowable performance is that when you pressurize the building with the equivalent of a light breeze, it will then leak 10 cubic meters every hour for every square meter of the building envelope. This diagram shows what the building envelope is. If you're aiming for passive house certification, you'll have to get your leakage number down to 0.6 cubic meters for every hour for every square meter of the building envelope. And in our straw bale build project here in Tulse Hill, we need a score of 3 or better. The envelope of our building is about 1,070 meters squared, which means we're allowed to leak up to over 3,000 cubic meters per hour, nearly twice as much air as our building actually holds. It sounds like a huge volume, and it is, because the building is also huge. But of course it's also under test conditions. In normal use, it would leak far less. A score of 3 is much, much, much better than the average new build house, which is 5. And we expect to achieve better than a 3. So in part 2 of this series, I'll tell you what happens in an airtightness test.